This is on the Hacken job, number 55732, installed on 423 and 24 by Hayden. So this is the upstairs furnace, front door. So this is going to be super tight in here. The furnace will sit on a 3-inch base. The base will be 2.5 inches from the sheetrock, not from the wood, from the sheetrock. And then the actual furnace will be 4 inches from the sheetrock. So you have clearance from here. Anyway, so you have the base. The back of the furnace is going to be the same as the coil is now. I can't see it, but it should be at least 1 inch off the back wall. So I made the filter box or the filter transition go back 1 inch so I can make it shorter. Anyway, so the coil, then a little 1.5 inch transition, then the downflow furnace, and then a little 6.5 inch piece, and a 6-inch canvas, cut 1 inch off each side, and then a 2-inch transition to the 5-inch wide filter box, 16 by 25, and that should give you 12 inches to get your flue up and out. The top of your furnace is right here, so it's going to be tight. You may have to cut the draft hood down just a little bit, or do what you need to do so you don't block the filter. Or don't use the draft hood if you can't, you know, either one. Okay. And then a transition. So your cut line is right here, and then right there, and then 1 inch from each side. So your filter box will be up here. You know, you have to slide out right under this thing up high. Okay, combustion air. It's okay. You have a grilled door. Your vent is going to be tricky, so you're going to have to. I'm going to give you a 7 by 4 by 7 T, B vent T, and there's a water heater tied in down below, so we have to keep this vent. But I'm also going to give you a female adapter and an adjustable piece. So you're going to have to cut it expertly and just cut this part out. I gave you what I thought. If you need to get something else, do what you have to do there. But yeah, I gave you those, and then I gave you extra 4-inch fittings just because I'm not quite sure what you're going to have to do. You know, once you get the T here and all the duct in, then you'll be able to see it better. So I just gave you 390s and adjustable and draft hood. And okay, gas. So from the caulk, you're going to add a 10-inch and a flex and a T with the drip leg, and then I'm giving you an 8-inch to get out of the furnace. So I don't know if it's a 10-inch, then you can reverse this 10 and that 8, or I just don't know what you need to get out for this furnace. I don't want to make it too long for that. So anyway, okay, AC, you're gonna flush the 3/4 inch line set, and I'll go over the rest outside with you. But I'll order you 12-foot of Rubatex. So the drain So you're going to add a coil safety, overflow safety switch. And the drain, you see down there, maybe, it goes into rubber right here, like a hose. And then down there is another fitting, and I can't get down there to see what it is. So I'm going to give you a 3/4 and a 5/8 grommet with the hose clamp to go in here, and then a 3/4 inch female adapter to go to PVC. Your base is only 3 inches. I couldn't get it any taller. So usually I make them 6 inches for the P-trap. If you can cut the P-trap down on both sides and make it work that way so we can still have a P-trap, great. If you can't, don't use the P-trap. Can only do what we can do, right? Right. Okay. The power, I'm just going to reuse the existing SSU switch and just rehook it back up as is. Thermostat, I'm going to put on an M30 thermostat. Just goes up. There's only 4 wires right now, and I'm guessing you probably need at least 5, but it goes through this hole right here. And the thermostat's just on the other side of this wall, so you should be able to pull a wire right there. Okay, let's go outside to the AC. I'm going to pause it. Okay, we're replacing this AC, and our new AC sits on the big pad, so it's going to be the same size as this, but square. So you're going to have to move the AC over as far as you can, over, you know, don't block the flue, but I told her we're going to move it over, so we have as much clearance as we can. And our existing breaker down in the panel in the basement is a 30 amp Zinsco. Our max breaker for the air conditioner is 20 amp. And so we're going to have to get Parker to come out and move the disconnect, but add a new one. So I figure if he can do this by code, just make this a junction box. But it does have a 50 amp breaker in there. But if he can make this a junction box and screw it closed, and then just come out with the conduit and add the new disconnect here, that would be the easiest, because this one is powering this one. So if he has to redo it all, then that would kind of suck. But I'm going to give a 4x4 box and a flat cover just in case he wants to get rid of that. May look better. But yeah, they have the, okay, well, so, oh, you know what? I said 3/4, that's 5/8 line set. Our unit, I believe, is 3/4. Yeah, the new unit's 3/4, so you're gonna have to just, I'm gonna order 1 5/8 thing of Rubitex and 1 3/4 inch thing of Rubitex, so you have both. Okay, because there ain't no pulling a new one. Okay, so keep in mind on the flue, in the basement there is a water heater feeding this, so I'm just going to say this out loud. On the 7-inch tee, I was debating on giving you a 7x4x4 tee and relining all the way to the basement, you know, just dropping a 4-inch round down. So for some reason, and reconnecting to the water heater, if some reason you can't get that B-vent tee and stuff to work, then that's another option, but I'm not ordering you stuff for that. Because I think you should be able to get with the adjustable piece, kind of slide it up, you know. Okay, that's it. Thanks.